So, guys, as I was browsing throughout the YouTube messed up thingy, I was trying to find some more content for you guys, and eventually I found it. Don't watch this video at night. Scary compilation. Let's watch a video. I'm most probably not going to sleep tonight. What it can scare them and annoy them at the same time. I don't think that's physically possible. What is this? Okay, yep. Clickbaited. Motherfuckers. 37k views, he's clickbaited. I could watch that. Yeah, I'm sure it taught millions. Let's watch it.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at
Sir
7
Spook.
videos you should
Sir
not
Spook.
watch alone.
Sir
But you
Spooks
probably
Lord.
won't just do that anyway. So, let's begin.
Oh, 7.
A real
Fuck.
witch was allegedly caught on camera in Colombia.
Oh, I saw
To
this.
the woman in the video, it isn't the first time they encountered this witch. In the beginning, the woman says, quote, "They're scaring like always," end quote. And she proceeds to wake up her family to alert them of the danger inside their home. As they approach the supposed witch, its strange sounds can be heard, and soon after, a shadow can be seen moving.
Just slap him away. Just go like. Tell you one thing though, Jesus fucking Christ. What in the satanic fuck was that? This is new. Back demon from whence you came! What in the ever-loving fuck?
As you could probably see, this Colombian witch apparently had the powers to turn off the light. That, or someone just turned off the light off camera. To me, the entire family seemed to know what was up, as if they'd experienced it before.
The hell?
They seemed to be quite serious and terrified about what this supernatural being might do to them.
I can clearly see some J&M trousers or some fuck.
March 27th, 2015. There are certainly ways to pull this off if you were to do a hoax, but it's hard to tell what's really going on here. So I guess it's really up to you guys, whether you want to believe this is real.
I can kind of see a white stripe, so I'm kind of going with fake.
This video allegedly shows the ghost of a little girl. It was uploaded to YouTube on January
I've already
22nd,
seen 2.
2007, and is part of the Pantry Ghost documentary. The man filming goes into the kitchen where the rest of his family is. His son asks him when they're going to watch the movie. He replies that they'll go see it after they've eaten. He then says hi to his dad and his new mom. When he then pans the camera, what appears to be a ghostly figure can be seen inside the pantry.
Where?
Jody, what are you doing?
How are you? I'm gonna go see the movie.
After we eat. We'll go to the movie. My dad is in town. Mike Webb, say hello.
Hello, say hello.
Hello, and my new mom.
Okay. So where's this ghost?
Can I get something to eat?
Yes, go for it.
Just cereal for now. And eat on the counter.
I saw nothing.
Feeling good? After the movie, you're both fine.
I saw nothing.
Now let's take a look at the ghost again.
What?
Some say this is just the pattern of the doll becoming blurry as the cameras moved around.
It could just be a
causing the
fucking
illusion of
cat.
like a ghost. Others say
Fucking
that the
knobhead.
acting isn't the best, but it sure does look creepy when you look at the still images of the ghost sighting.
Oh, that's what we're talking about. That could be many things. Everyone remembers getting those skeletons that could have the thing put on the door that glows up in the dark. Could just be that on the other
Strange
side.
video was posted to the Japanese text board 2 channel back in 2007. It is filmed from a person's point of view as they walk around inside a dark home. The TV is on, and a strange noise can be heard, almost as if someone is trying to get out of a closet, perhaps. Some people say they can see a face in the video, but personally, I
Motherfucker.
haven't been able to spot it. But keep an eye out for anything weird appearing in this video, and let me know if you see a face somewhere in it. Take a look.
Anything comes out of the corner of my room, I'm fucking it up. Okay. Could just be looking around in his own house.
Do you think someone is in there with the person filming, perhaps trying to escape? I do at some point see a small white figure that could maybe be a doll on the floor at around 5 seconds into the video. Others, however, say that this is just a trash bag. But what do you guys think is going on in this video?
Some guy's exploring in his own house trying to get a hoax. What in the satanic fuck is that?
March 29th, 2014, a strange thing was caught on a trail cam. The man who uploaded the video believes it to be the legendary Yowie, also known as the Australian Bigfoot. Now let's watch it again.
Australian Bigfoot. Oh, there's a Mexican fucking Bigfoot and now there's an Australian version. Just fucking looks like a knobhead wearing some sort of skeleton mask.
Perhaps a bit surprisingly, the majority of people do not believe this video is real, but to me it does look more convincing than the far majority of Yowie videos I see. That's not to say that it is real, but if it is a hoax, then they did a better job than most would. Some have pointed out that the movements seem strange, while others believe it to be another type of animal.
Most probably is. That looks like...
This video claims to show yet another Colombian witch, this one caught in the city of Medellin. There appears to be at least 2 guys watching the alleged witch, and they're watching her from behind a building. Now at first it seemed to me as if this was just someone with a sheet over their body, but then I noticed how some of the movements seemed rather unnatural. But perhaps it's just hard to tell from the distance of which this video was taken from the subject. Maybe it isn't so irregular for witches in Colombia to have this kind of clothing.
Jesus fucking Christ. So she's just evaporated. Oh, here come the scariest shits.
A kuntilanak was allegedly caught on 3 different cameras and was featured on the news. A kuntilanak is a female vampiric ghost in Malay mythology. The footage was most likely captured in Indonesia. Let's take a look at all 3 angles.
The fuck? You can definitely tell that this is a subpart. The fuck is this? Is this a joke? Motherfucker. Jesus Christ.
The Kuntilanak usually arises at full moon and makes her presence known through high-pitched baby cries. In this video, the ghost can be seen flying.
Excuse me, what? Flying?
I've several times before covered sightings of the Pontianak, which is basically just another name for the Kuntilanak. And this is one I've been looking to feature on here for a while.
Just looks like a fucking tissue.
We'll end off the video with quite a creepy clip. The video was taken in Japan by a couple of friends who went to a haunted location to test their bravery.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
They filmed their adventure, but when the uploader came back to review the footage, strange pictures of a woman standing inside a room had interfered with the original footage. Furthermore, the room she was standing in was the uploader's room. That in itself makes the video very eerie, and her strange movements just add to the creepiness of the footage.
Okay. Wait, what's how? Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Could just be the uploader wearing a fucking wig and just, you know, going out.
Could this be the ghost that haunted the location they went to, and she somehow possessed the camera and followed him home? What do you guys think is truly going on in this video? So, that was 7 scary videos you should know.
I'll tell you what's going on. The uploader or the uploader's girlfriend or something like that just decided to try and pull a very, very bad hoax.
Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at @TheSirSpook.
Nobody goes on Instagram or Twitter unless you're a fucking knobhead.
In the next video.
So far, not even scared. A bit edgy, but... Oh, Dark Corners. Oh, I remember this knobhead. He used to make Minecraft pastors that was so incredibly fake. Oh, that was a clickbait video. I don't know why I picked it. It was just a... Now that I think about it, why did I press on that? That... Slap Tam! Yeah, you... Hey? Okay, what's... I see nothing. Yeah, I'm a... yeah. Bit cheery for a horror channel.
While many of us are familiar with audio recordings through the mediums of music and narration, it's not always the case that sounds are recorded solely for the purposes of entertainment.
If this guy sung me a lullaby to sleep, I would generally not sleep again. Like, in a good sleep again way.
And even with the advances in technology allowing us to isolate and pick apart an audio clip, we're still not always able to offer up a logical account as to what the recording sounds really are. In this video, and in anticipation for David Paulides' new documentary, Missing 411 The Hunted, which is out today, one of which sounds we talk about in this video is included in David's new documentary, and it's one of the most disturbing sounds we've ever heard. And it's been heard by very few people. Do not forget to check out the new documentary by clicking the link in the description or in the comments. It's a documentary that you do not want to miss out on. Now, here we'll be exploring 5 scary and unexplained sounds recorded in the woods. As always, hit those lights, sit back, and enjoy.
I'm not turning off the fucking lights. Fuck off.
2017 Witset Sounds. One of the most recent spooky videos to appear on the internet in recent years is one which shows the creepy, distressed cries of what is likely an animal, although it's unknown what kind. The video, uploaded to YouTube on December the 16th, 2017, shows a thick, white blanket of snow and a dark wooded area. In amongst the trees, the sounds emerge of something, perhaps dying or wounded. The animalish screams of agony are chilling, to say the least. Take a listen.
Wait, just before we if you find this video, if you find certain sounds distressing, I suggest you don't even listen to it. I don't even know, but just don't watch it if you find certain noises distressing. Just to be on the safe side, I don't want to get fucking sued. Okay. Well, somebody hire this animal because it's making some...
Witset, formerly Morristown in British Columbia, Canada, there appears to be nothing amiss on a snowy morning, other than the disturbing sounds originating from the forest.
Could be a moose.
Online users have theorized
Moose do live in Canada.
anything from Bigfoot to cows to a coyote. Many comments have spoken about hearing similar noises in the likes of Ontario and Missouri, but no one seems to have an understanding of what exactly is making the cries. While many articles online have looked at the video and attempted to figure out where the noises could be coming from, it seems no one is any closer to naming the creature making these horrific screams.
A moose. It's gotta be a fucking moose.
Whispers of Yellowstone.
Whoa.
Documented since at least 1890, the unsettling sounds that emanate from the shores of Yellowstone or Shoshone Lakes.
Okay, I'm just gonna say, if this is a fucking real place, I want to be buried there. I would want my house to be fucking there. What kind of knobhead looks at this and say, I want to burn the trees? This is a fucking majestic view. I mean, I know it's most probably not the real thing, but this is fucking awesome. Just imagine standing there or something and just screaming at the top of your lungs, I'm the king of the world. Like, I legitimately would just jump off the edge and just die happy, because that is a view I'd die for.
Are described as ethereal organ music by some, and there are varying arguments for what is causing these creepy and mysterious sounds. While some believe it could be caused by seismic activity, others believe it's something more sinister, the spirits of those who drowned in the lakes in the past.
Okay.
The sounds are reported to only occur early in the morning and seem to appear out of nowhere. They are said to emerge from one direction and grow louder and more intense, until it appears right above those who are in its presence and can hear it. Then, just as suddenly as it comes, the sounds fade away to nothing. Take a listen. Edward Linton, a professor of biology at Washington and Jefferson College in 1893, described the sounds as rather indefinite, reverberating sound characterized by slight metallic resonance. In prior years, a geologist named Frank H. Bradley noted that the sound resembled something between a whistle and a horse whine, and they heard it every few moments whilst having breakfast. Others have said the sounds resemble human voices, a swarm of bees, or the sound of metal cables crashing against each other. Some of the most recent discussions about the whispers of Yellowstone Lake are as far back as the 1930s. Reportedly, interest in the lake music began to peter out in the 1960s, as did reports of the phenomenon. Even today, in 2019, no one knows for certain just what these sounds are, or where they come from.
They come from your mum! Sorry, I had to make the joke.
2016 Rhode Island Sounds. On September the 6th, 2016, a user uploaded an odd video to YouTube, claiming it was from earlier that night at 7:50 p.m. in North Smithfield, Rhode Island. The user goes on to explain how they heard these strange, loud noises coming from the woods near their home. A radio tower is in the same direction, and the sounds lasted for about 15 to 20 minutes and then stopped. Unlike a lot of these type of videos, it's easy to hear the perplexing noises from the start. They sound metallic, almost like someone is cutting up metal. But Reddit users have suggested the sound could be high winds moving through the tower, or even feedback from equipment. After some YouTube comments, the uploader of the video gave watchers more background information. There was no wind the night the video was taken, and no trains nearby. They elaborated that any high winds in the area never resulted in the sounds featured in the video. It was the first time they'd heard anything like it. Take a listen.
Okay, yes. It does kind of sound like a guitar. Somebody was trying to play a guitar solo. Yeah, it does. It does. Like, guys who are watching this, close your eyes and think of it. Like, you legitimately could think somebody was trying to play an electric guitar with the bloody box thing that improves the sound. It is pretty scary though, I will give you that.
In amongst the high-pitched screeching metallic sounds is that of crickets, making it seem a bit less likely, although of course not impossible, that the audio was doctored. The audio in the first video lasts 1 minute 24 seconds, while a second video uploaded by the user featured the same chilling sound, lasted just 50 seconds. The clip was taken 5 minutes prior to the first episode. While many Reddit and YouTube commenters have given their 2 cents when it comes to the origins of the disturbing sound, no one knows for sure just what it is or where it's coming from. There appears to have been no updates from the original poster in recent years.
Most probably got debunked and most probably raged.
2014, Screaming in the Woods at Night. Arguably one of the most unsettling audio recordings on YouTube, this spooky video isn't disturbing for the fact that the sounds are unidentifiable, but because they sound so human-like. Recorded around 2 a.m. in December of 2014, a few days after Christmas, the user who made the recording claimed the screaming sounds were coming from the woods behind their house. Although no exact location is given as to where the user lives,
My girlfriend's
their Reddit post told the story of how the loud shouts and screams had gone on for a while and woken them up from sleep. Reportedly, it was freezing cold outside and there was snow. The user had a good view from their window since the woods slant down towards a creek, but they witnessed nothing. The following day, they searched their local papers for any assaults, robberies, or escaped prisoners or patients which may have occurred that night, but their forage for clues went unanswered. Take a listen.
Yep, somebody's either getting raped or somebody's getting sexually assaulted. Or somebody's getting stabbed.
The distressed cries sound like that of a woman screaming for someone, possibly named Karen. But online speculators have reported hearing different things. Some users believe the screams are that of a fox, who are known for their baby-like cries and
Oh,
disturbing
yeah.
yelps, whilst others think it sounds like a child rather than an adult. Others are of the belief that someone is being hurt or tortured, and some have heard the names Darren, David, or Jeremy. Some have theorized someone is searching for their missing pet, or others think it's the tantrum of a child and nothing more sinister. What do you think?
The fox one sounds like it could be legit.
The Sierra
Anything
Camp.
else just sounds
Within the
kind of-
vicinity of the Yosemite National Park, lying between it and Lake Tahoe, is the Sierra Camp, a hunting camp originating in the 1950s. The hidden area involved an 8-mile hike to reach it, and there's no obvious trail to get to this scenic spot. As the landscape shifts and changes throughout the year, it proves a difficult terrain to navigate. Not only this, but camp is open to a select few only, experienced, disciplined hikers. Unlike some who see hunting as a social opportunity and treat it as a party, the Sierra Camp does not involve alcohol in their trips. But these aren't the only reasons Sierra Camp is unusual. Over the years, many of its hunters have had bizarre, unexplainable experiences, and they have the physical evidence to prove it. And you're going to hear some of that now, here, for the first ever time, as it was released in the new documentary, Missing 411, The Hunted, which is out today. According to one of the original members of the camp, Ron Moorhead, the most notable instances of strange events is one that occurs most often in the evening. Ron first heard the sound in 1971 as they were accustomed to the call of the wild. Like bear growls or bird songs, the group of hunters was able to easily distinguish the sound that graced their ears from that of something commonly heard in the forest at night. The yowls and cries of an unidentified creature, possibly multiple, echoed throughout the forest. Quick to take action, the men retreated to their shelter and began to record the creepy sounds. The hunters mimicked the sounds they heard, only to be met with the same unusual cries. Take a listen.
Sounds like a coyote or a wolf.
There's two of them across the creek at the big rocks.
They submitted their recordings to Dr. R. Lynn Curling, a professor of electrical engineering at the University of Wyoming. Based on the pitch and sound, the men had recorded multiple creatures, and they were estimated to have stood between 7'3" and 8 foot. When explored further, it was revealed that the creatures' form and frequencies were far different to humans, as they were able to go way above and way below that of a person. Studies show that the recording was not pre-recorded, re-recorded, or doctored in any way. Naturally, the men were terrified. They feared their shelter would be destroyed by an onslaught of these giant, unknown monsters, but nothing happened. On a yearly basis, the men heard these startling, bizarre noises, but they were unable to capture images of the beasts. Others have offered the explanation of an unknown, intelligent life form walking the earth, and dispute any ideas that the recording is fake due to the dangers of trying to prank a group of armed hunters at night in the dark.
Exactly.
Ron also speaks of a sound that once occurred which sounded like a huge churning fork above us, and which the men couldn't locate a source for. And later, the sound of a car door slamming, even though their camp is an 8-mile hike into the mountains. He also tells the story at the time the hunters heard a huge commotion outside their shelter, which sounded as if their camp was being torn apart and ripped through. But upon looking outside, they found nothing. Everything was in its place, and there were no sounds. Worryingly still, Ron and his men have even reported sights, not just sounds. And don't forget to check out the documentary to get the full story. Despite the unknown terrors that the men have faced in the past, they continue to visit the camp on a yearly basis. Ron believes the mystery of the Sierra Camp needs to be understood. and we're hoping that David Paulides' new Missing 411, The Hunted documentary will do just that. So that's 5 scary unexplained sounds recorded from the woods. Again, what do you think of that terrifying sound recorded in the woods and featured in the Missing 411, The Hunted documentary? If you want to find out more information and hear all of the sounds in full, then don't forget to click on the description or in the comments.
Pretty terrifying.
Incredible documentary.
Give you that.
It's truly amazing.
Fucking hell.
Hours about what exactly happens in those woods when people vanish, leaving no trace behind. Thanks for watching, and as always.
Hello, who's this? Mind Seed. Okay, this is. Yeah, I'll record for a bit more.
Concrete City, an old structure of buildings built for employees to live in 1911, and by 1924 it was completely abandoned. To this day it still stands, but the concrete is falling apart and this thing has been spray painted, vandalized, and oftentimes is a spot for tourists to stop and take pictures during the daytime. After the city was abandoned in 1924, a lot of police officers and firefighters used this as a training grounds. Since all the buildings are concrete, they were able to set fires and put them out as part of the process. And while a lot of people visit this place at the daytime, many people are afraid to be out here at nighttime. People claim it feels as though something or someone is watching them out in the woods. So is it people's own paranoia taking them over? Or is there actually something out there? While pulling the history on Concrete City, me and Steve did discover that there was a little boy who drowned in a community swimming pool, and after that, the thing seemed to go downhill from there. So Steve and I
this is a known fact. Not a lot of people knew how to swim before World War 1 and 2. So, yeah. That's kind of insane, realising the fact that not a lot of people knew how to fucking swim. So I'm just zooming in for you guys a bit.
Night and check out Concrete City and see if we can pick up anything on our spirit box and EMF detectors.
Damn it.
So once again, I left my sunny home of South Florida and headed to Pennsylvania.
Florida is a shithole.
Alright, in Pennsylvania now, waiting on Steve. It's a little bit colder here.
And I'm immediately coming off that because it seems fake as shit. Rightio, that was a waste of... well, it's basic. That last bit will show you not to click on everything you see because not everything is true. See you guys, CCD signing off. What a legend!